Hello friends, it's your buddy Nick here with Game with the Guys. This is Dark Souls 2, but there's something new and interesting about this. This is after patch 1.10. So, with this new patch, there's supposed to be some new content. Now, I believe it's just one NPC that is kind of a narrator role, but I'm not really sure other than that. So I wanted to jump on in and take a look and discover with all of you what is new with this new patch. Now, announced already is I don't even know what to call it, but I guess another patch of kind of the same name. It's called Scholar of the First Sin. And so this is kind of the first rollout of that. And then in about 2 months, we will see the remainder of the Scholar of the First Sin. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. I'm going to check and see if there's anything new with any of these cinematics. I highly doubt it. So if there isn't, I will just edit it right out. So let's find out. My name? I can try to recall it. Well, so what I wanted to do here was do a very different playstyle than what I've done before. And this character, I've kind of decided that this is Tadpole's twin sister, Newt. And if you've seen the movie Aliens, then you'll know where the name Newt comes from. But also, I kind of wanted to go with the amphibian theme, I guess. So this is Tadpole's twin sister, Newt. So let's learn more about her. Yes. Alright, so far, nothing too new. So, as I said, this is going to be Tadpole's sister. So, let's make her a little bit bigger, though. And she's going to be jacked. So, I believe Tadpole just had the starting regular face. And I gave her this little hairdo, which is definitely my favorite for the women. No. We'll just go back to this one. Hair color. Tadpole's hair is white, so Newt's hair will be black. And the eyebrows, we can make her look a little pissed off. These ones are pretty normal looking. I think those are the same ones that I used for Tadpole. So, Tadpole's eyes are red. Newt's eyes will be... Which green should I use? We'll use a little bit more natural look this time. We'll do that. So that's all I'm going to do for customization there. That's, I mean, you don't really look at your character's face too closely that often, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, with Newt, I'm not going to use any magic whatsoever. So, I want to use a class that goes the farthest away from using any of the magic. And now this one, if you look down here, the Bandit class has Intelligence of 1, Faith of 8, Attunement of 2. That adds up to 11 total points used for your sorceries and your miracles. Now, every other one uses more than 11. See, here's 15, 13. What is that one? That's 19. There's the 11. This is way up at 26. This is also 26. So here you have 12. This is about as close... Oh, I'm sorry, that's 17. What am I thinking? And this is 18. So Bandit has the fewest points initially allocated to using Sorcery and Faith, which I am going to avoid completely in this playthrough. So Bandit is my choice for starting class. Gift, I don't really think there's anything that I particularly... You know, it's not like there's a master key in this one. So maybe I'll choose a petrified something just so I can start out and get something cool to begin with. So this should do it for me. This is my true self. This is Newt. Alright, so I have all of the keys for the... Oh, somebody's playing at the same time as me. Let's see if there's anything new with dialogue.
This is a limbo. A link. Fair traveller. Why else would you visit such a place? This lost decay.
I'm just going to kind of skip quickly through dialogue to see if I'm finding any differences. I'm not familiar enough with the exact wordage that people use, so I probably, if there's something really subtle, I won't notice it at all, probably.
My name is Millibeth.
I know that.
The old women were once fight. I am here to look. It is what my mother did. The old women were keepers, but now the fight and the kingdom is... The old women are sisters. Long ago, fight, but now they are lost. The old women are sisters.
Okay.
I am told there was a fourth.
So far,
Long
I'm
ago,
not...
Fire
She's
keepers
still
were
talking to me.
commonplace,
I'm in a
but
different
now
room. So I haven't seen anything new yet. I don't know when this new NPC is supposed to show up. That's, to my knowledge, the only thing that's that different other than some calibrations. This is a new calibration as well as a new patch. But, oh, I never really noticed the skulls on the armor. Maybe that's new with the patch, and I've really never used the starting class before, but anyway, let's see what you have to say.
You must go on a journey. Well, I suppose, if you find yours. But if your will is yet unbroken, to start again.
Okay. So, I mean, I could have continued talking to them to see if there was anything new popping up, but it just really didn't seem like it. Oops, that is where I came from. Actually, what I can do... Nope, it's not that way. I can go and grab the stone ring right now. And I think the best way to do that is to use arrows, but I'll probably use a little bit of hand axe as well. So let's get this fatty. Give it a couple of shots there. Alright, come on, buddy. Come on. I want you to do the 3 swing animation where you fall down. There it is. The best way to do this is actually... Whoa! Is to get behind him and see if you can get him in the never-ending loop of sit-down attacks. Just make sure that you have enough stamina to roll out of the way. Come on, buddy. I'm back here. Oh! So much grass. This isn't helpful. Come on. Don't get hit by that one. That one can really wreck you. Wow. Come on, buddy. Oh, shit. Come on. Ah! All right. That was less than optimal, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and we'll use the stone ring now and grab the... What is it? The electric buff machine up here. Whatever it's called. Gold pine resin. So, we've got that stuff going. I know in the next version of Dark Souls 2, the full Scholar of the First Sin, unlike this one, Scholar of Patch 1.10, that there will be new enemy placement, I believe new item placement. That version will be available on next-gen systems and higher-end PC DX11 or whatever it's called. So that'll be interesting to really see the visual improvements. And I believe they promised some visual improvements for this game. The best they can really do with the older systems. But honestly, I'm not really seeing much of a difference, if there is any at all. Now, I'm just going to skip this area. We can come back to this later on. I want to head on down to Majula and get this whole thing started. Good luck. Thank you. I'm sure we'll need it. And beautiful Majula, just hanging out all sunny and stuff. So one thing I did want to check out was, okay, just wanted to make sure my brightness is all the way up. I know that this game looks really dark on YouTube. That's the name Dark Souls, but I have my brightness all the way up, so that should help somewhat. And some goodies to pick up along the way to Majula, and I will quickly talk to a few of the NPCs to see if there's new stuff that they have to say, but I doubt that they will say anything new. So, this looks all the same thus far. No new NPC that I can see. And I have heard a rumor that the NPC only shows up after you defeat lords. So it might take a while before we finally meet it.
Welcome to... Oh, sorry, I could really use the bit... I came from the West. Have you been there? Very competitive. But I didn't have the funding for it. It's been years since then. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and... A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels. You can't even run a shop. They claim to be working for the greater good. Oh, by the God. Well, I do hope I see you.
You'll see me as I leave the room after stealing your one Titanite shard. So that's still there. I'm fully expecting 99.9% of all items to be in the same location. Maybe even 100%. So I'm not... Well, I've said this a million times. I'm not entirely sure what to expect from this new patch. There's been promises of some sort of new content, so we'll just have to keep looking. And we can talk to the kitty cat. Where are you, kitty cat?
Oh, undead up, and one without much time, just about ready to fall apart. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a... Well, oh yes. You... So, what did you want? Ooh, you smell... This place is already dead. Everything will crumble and waste. Isn't it what? This place is fast. We receive only the most It's enough to keep even a cat. Are you going to see the old one? Those four who have grown so... They must have sprouted quite... For heaven's sake. Imagine that. Yes, for you have a most pleasant... Have you made friends with the man? He's look. The only thing he's... Covenant. You give something. It might be... Did you see that oddly? Long ago. If you... Although... This place is all... Everything will crumble. Okay. Oh my. Haste makes waste.
Shut up, cat. Yeah, so... I suppose I should really only expect new dialogue from the new NPC, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to keep trying to hear new stuff. So if you want to actually read what they have to say, you're going to have to probably pause it. I'm giving a little bit of time for the dialogue to come up, and then you can just read the closed captioning, or you can read the subtitles there. But otherwise, I'm going to try not to waste too much time with that stuff and just get right into moving along in the game.
Who are you?
Newt.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I packed my tools in, but now somebody's gone and locked. I'm a blacksmith. I'm not. Bring me that key. Chop. I'm a blacksmith. Bring me that key. Chop, chop.
Yeah. All right, let's talk to this homeboy up here. And while we're at it, let's see what the death count is at. A bagajillions. A whole bunch.
You have
Yeah.
that distinct scent. It is a kind, and in Drang Lake these days. I am Solden. You probably heard that, well, there's nothing here. Do you know much? Even I'm told that anything living, what we call the curse. Do you see what that means? To be alive, we undead. And that's quite a predicament. There are 4 beings, and wherever you go from, each has a powerful. If that frightens you. Do you ever cry? The journey of an undead. You'll face invaders from other worlds. If you need help, when you face danger, protection is yours.
I'll go ahead and join this covenant just for the ring that I can use briefly.
That is a wise decision. People let the... Do you feel it suits me just fine? It will grow on you, this place.
Might as well learn the gesture.
Do you see the way beyond the bond? There was once a... You may just find, but don't venture too far inside. Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond. In the cathedral, the apostles... But the road leading there, the gate is rigged with some... But how it works? Have you seen that pit? I don't know what it's like down below. Besides, you'll never make it down. The flame you see there is a... They exist all across... If you are tired, the flame... Long ago, she kept the flame lit. I wonder where the fire keeps... Did you notice any letters on... These are messages that have... In Drang Lake, the flow of poignant wishes... Dashed. If your will to soldier... You may notice symbols. These are... If you fear hollows... Do you see the way beyond? There was once a great fort.
So that's all of his dialogue, and it is the same. Okay. Nothing to read there. So, I believe all we have left down here is the Emerald Herald. So let's chat her up real quick.
Are you, or merely bearer of the curse? I will remain by your... Take this with you.
Thank
Go
you.
on and see. He who made King Ven... Bearer of... For misery, you will never meet the king. Seek those whose names are Their souls will... Once you have found them, so that hope will not... Is that a shard? Here, to see light. However...
Alright. I didn't expect that little bit to be any different. So, let's see if I can get a single level. I can get one. Let's put it on strength. Excellent. And I'm sure she says all the same stuff, but we'll go through it very quickly.
Over the hill and past the where a man peered straight, but whatever came of it. Those who come to Drang Lake seeking salvation, it happens to them all. That blue knight at the base of the tower, although he does off, perhaps he is that tiny thing inside, an ancient being that will mock. She imparts sound with, provided you find her on a good... The sign you bear will drain, and without souls, stay strong, even when you have precious little time. For when the undead dies, it is never... Not all undead are hollows. If you find an Estus shard, so that I may ease your... Over the hill and past the... Where a man peered straight into the... But whatever came of... Those who come to Dranglake seek... It happens to them all. That blue knight at the base of the tower. His
I thought
spirit-
maybe I was already through her dialogue, and I was. Hello, friends. Alright, so let's get a move on and head into... Oh, you know what? I should really rest at the bonfire here, just to be sure. And let me equip my Estus flask so we can get rocking and rolling. Alright. Into the woods we go. So, what do you think? Does it look super different? Did they make any improvements to the visuals? Early on, rumors said that they were going to do visual improvements. I didn't see any of that. Well, I'm not really seeing much improvement. If they did, I don't have the best eye for that. But also on later updates from software and Bandai Namco, it never really mentioned a lot of the visual improvements. It said that there would be improvements when looking at the next-gen games, and that makes a lot of sense because they have a lot more powerful guts, so you can get a lot more power from them. So that'll be interesting to see how different it looks on the stronger systems. But until then, we'll have to do with these graphics that are not too shabby, I have to say. Wow! For some reason, that jump always makes me nervous. Just because, I mean, you can die there. That's one of the first places in the game where you can die from something stupid like that. It's one thing to die to a great big ogre. It's another thing to die on a very easy to manage jump. Die, you hollow. So, in this playthrough, I will likely be using... I do like greatswords a lot. So I will likely be using greatswords. And, I think ultra greatswords are far too heavy and don't have the same great attack set that the greatswords have. So I'm probably going to stick more with greatswords. And the one that I'm really interested in is the Dranglaic sword. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but that's going to be the one that I'll probably pick up early on and use that one quite a bit. But I'll probably test out a few others too. I can guarantee I'll test out a few others. I'm going to avoid anything that I need to use intelligence or faith to equip, so that's going to cut out my favorite sword, the Black Knight Greatsword. So you won't see me using that one like I did with Tadpole. Newt doesn't swing that way. So, let's move on along in here. And shimmy on up this ladder. Alright. Let's see if I can make this jump over here without dying. This is another very difficult one that you can certainly die if you miss it. But I made it. Excellent. And I really like going and hitting that jump before I engage with any of those guys, because then they'll usually try to come down here and fight me, and it's a lot easier to pick them off one by one. So when you're early levels, especially, since I didn't do the run and kill the Dragon Rider immediately to get a ton of extra souls, doing simple things like this to help out your chances early on is a good way to go. And since I'm not using magic, I don't really have the same amount of projectile, however you want to pronounce it. I don't have the same amount of projectiles that I had then. I do have a bow, and I plan on using them, but grabbing some throwing knives is a nice way to conserve arrows. So, they are very helpful early on when the enemies are weak, because the The throwing knives in this aren't too bad. Later on, they don't really have as much use as than really just to pull enemies or aggro them. But now I might have. I don't know that I have the stats to use a short sword, and if I do, I don't really know that it's going to be a better weapon for me. No, not particularly. So I'll just stick with this one. The hand axe isn't too bad to start. I'm sure I'll get new weapons very quickly. There are plenty to go around in the early part of the game. So we will just go along and collect all the goodies along the way. And I don't know if in this update, if there are new descriptions of items, but we can kind of take a look at a few real quick. I don't know what these descriptions initially said, so I'll just kind of pause on them for a moment, and you can read them if you'd like. I don't want to take the time to go through. I think it's probably items that are going to have a little bit more to do with lore. Some of these ones aren't really particularly kind of lore-based items. I should have held it here for a little bit longer. So I guess I'm from Ferosa, based on my helmet. And I see that hollow back there checking me out. You can see him between my head and my shoulder there. And I think that these will all probably have a similar description, so we'll just move on from that. Hey buddy, I didn't forget about you. I'll take care of you also. And I know you've got a friend over here, so let's get rid of you. It's very nice of you to lay down and play dead. Now here are where these throwing knives really come in handy. I can come up here, get a couple of hacks on this idiot. Always make sure that you have a little bit of stamina left so you can get away. But just staying out of Sword's reach and flinging it through a few throwing knives here is a really good way to get rid of this guy. Whoa. Stand back. I will defeat you with throwing knives. One more ought to do it. Actually, I'll just use this. Here we go. I'll keep that extra throwing knife. Now, let's see if I can equip this. I don't remember what the strength requirements are for this. I don't quite have the strength requirements, but it will already be more powerful. So I'll head back to Majula after I get to the next bonfire, and I can put another little boost to strength there, and then I'll be able to use the hide sword. But, you know, this first episode is probably mostly just going to be those the NPC talk in Majula, and I don't want to have episodes that are going too long, so I'll get to this next bonfire. Oops. Hey. What'd you leave me? Some armor. Thanks, buddy. Boom. Bolts. I don't want bolts. I want arrows. Give me arrows. Whoop. Hey. Oh, you got me. Whoa. Yep. I was able to hack you before you hacked me. Now, let's see if I can... Whoop. Hey, guess what? Take that. Oh, I got another one for you. Oh, I got hit by his stupid arrow, though. Hey, buddy. Yeah, take that. Oops. You're gonna throw fire bombs at me. I don't think that's the best strategy. Whoop. Oh, I was trying to get the backstab there, but he didn't want to give it up for me. And thank you for kindly waiting. So I think something that I'm really looking forward to is when Dark Souls 2 is released on PS4. Not so much for playing Dark Souls 2 on the better graphics, but the promise of new enemy locations, and I think they're still going with new item locations. All of that is will make it fresh and a new play, a new game to play almost. But you know, if it's going to cost me $60 to play it, I'm not going to buy it for that. But if it's discounted since I already have it, then definitely give it a look. But anyway, let's talk to Melentia.
Buy something. Oh, come now.
You know I'm going to buy stuff, but first let's have a chat.
My name is Melentia. You're a stranger to... Oh, we get as strangers. Dranglake's been apart, and the giants got... Seemed like the battles were poor folk like myself. That's why I keep all you may travel light. They say these trees grew from each carcass sprouting, but do you know what they also say? It's high time that I pick up a bargain for you.
Okay, what do I want from you? I certainly want the key. I always buy 2 of these, just in case. I'm sure I'll pick up some other ones. Ooh, I should buy a hand... Oh, wait. I've already got one. This probably tells you that you can throw... Oh, no. They just want help. Really? This early in the game you need help? Well, I guess if you're new to the game, then I'd be happy to help you. I really like co-op. So I'm happy to come and help people if they choose my sign to summon. I'm going to do my best to... Seriously? Just swinging right over this guy. Come on. There we go. There's one. All right. Another hand axe. Can I dual wield? I'm not really interested in dual wielding, but small leather shield. I'll eventually equip a shield. I'm probably not going to really use it too much. But you know, they're nice to have around, I guess. I really just wanted to get that Estus Flash shard. Let's drop down here. And you know what? Let's go ahead. I'm going to grab the fire longsword. So let's run down here and get through some of this area here. Oh, come on. Stand up so I can actually hit you, bums. There we go. Oh, and I probably should have ran through here before I... Oh, wait. Oh. Uh-oh. I didn't rest at that bonfire. Oh, well. I'll probably... Oh, you know what? I don't know why I'm so worried. I've got a backup. There we go. No need to worry about the durability of that hand axe, because I have its twin brother all ready to go. Where are you going? Oh, nope, nope. I don't want to fall down there. That's a, you know, that's quite a height. That would definitely injure me. I assume that it injured that guy and killed him. And I'm just kind of very quickly skipping over what the items are that I'm picking up, because there doesn't seem to be any new new varieties going on there. So I don't mind just skipping over that stuff. Oh! Alright. Come on, buddy. You don't even have a knife. You are empty-handed. Let's see. There's guys up there, but I don't really see where they are. If I come over here, I'll probably be able to find them. Come on. Come on. Alright. I know there's some life gems up here. We'll go ahead and grab those. Woohoo! 3 more life gems. That's gonna keep me alive for sure. Alright. I see... Oops. I was trying to do that. I see you waiting up there. Boink! Come on, buddy. Let's brawl. You can invite your friend. Where's your friend? He's up there somewhere, but he'll come down when he's good and ready. Oh, there you are. Whoa! I didn't think he was going to jump down until I went into this little fire salamander's cavern here. Hopefully it doesn't hit me with any of this fire, because it would probably one-shot me. This one should be safe to grab real quick. Alright. Come on. Shoot at me there. There we go. And roll. Roll, Newt, roll. Get in there. Okay. And the fire longsword. Now we're ready to rumble. This is definitely a really good weapon to use in the beginning of the game. A lot more powerful than any of the starting class stuff, I think. And, you know, none of your stats are really high enough for any real scaling on anything yet, so having the fire damage bonus is definitely very helpful. Let's see if I have... I don't know if I need more strength to equip this. Oh no, I can equip it now. I'll use this. I'm not gonna use the Hades longsword, or I believe it's called the Hades longsword. Whatever. I had the screen open. I could have looked then, and I chose not to. Deal with it. So let's just head back to Majula. We'll end this first episode. Nothing new from the NPCs. So I guess we'll have to move on and just make our way through the game and see if we find anything. So, back to Majula. Alright. So we're here. Let's open this up for Lenegrast. Here you go, buddy. I'm going to steal your short bow. It's not that I don't already have one, but, you know. As we saw with the hand axe, it's always nice to have a backup.
Ah, yes. Very good.
You're welcome.
Now I can... But first...
So get to work.
Let me say...
So I'll just do this. Give it a rest. Oh. Look at you with your big old moon... Crescent moon sickle or whatever it's called.
Is that a shard?
It is a shard.
To see luck. However...
Alright. So... Oh, I should probably level up. Yeah, it was my fault for not doing that in the first dialogue. Let's see. Let me get my strength up. There we go. Now I can use stuff. And... Nah, okay. That's good enough. I don't need it. I don't need to upgrade anything else at the moment. Well, I think that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you follow along on my channel, we'll get to finding out the new stuff in patch 1.10. Yeah, so head on over to my website to find out what's going on in my gaming world. That's gamewiththeguys.com. And just like the name of the website is the name of my YouTube channel, subscribe there to get all my videos immediately, really. And while you're there, hit that like button, leave comments, so we get discussion going. But until next time, I will say once again, thank you for watching. I feel like I just saw something that I was going to do, but totally forgot what it was. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time on Game with the Guys.